Hi friends, welcome my speech humans. You are loved and appreciated. All right, so this is a quick little video to do an example of how I would do my bio poem and boo bag. Now remember, on the sheet I gave you are the instructions for the poem. So you just type that up and you'll submit that in the Google Classroom. And then you'll make this video like I am and you will share. So there's my poem, right? And there are the directions right there. Okay, and then when you read this, you'll figure out what a boo bag is. It's for Boo Radley. Love me some Boo Radley. All right, yay, unsung hero. Okay, so but really, it's 5 things that people know about you, like are pretty obvious, and then 5 things that you wouldn't really know about people wouldn't really know about you unless they knew you really closely or you told them. Okay, so that's what I'm going to model for you today. And you're going to do this on FlipGrid, and we'll see how this goes. All right, here we go. I'm going to read my poem first, so you can decide. Do you want to read your poem first, or do you want to do your artifacts first? I'm going to read my poem first, okay? And I'm going to be looking up at the camera so that I get my points for eye contact, okay? All right, Erin. Happy, loud, loving, and fun. Daughter of Norm and Ethel, sister of Bruce and Al, auntie of Jackie, Michaela, Selena, Kate, and Trent. Lover of books, travel, and students in a school-appropriate manner. Who believes in love, in education, and in hard work. Who fears the darkness of ignorance, hatred, and power without compassion. Who supports 2 lazy cats, the power of thought, and any friend in need. Who hates to feel weak, feel powerless, and olives. Who would like to see a certain presidential candidate win, the Great Wall of China, and all her nieces and nephews graduate from college. Umpstead. Okay, and then you snap because it's poetry, and that was amazing. Okay, so it wasn't amazing, but we snap for poetry. Okay, awesome. Thanks. See, halfway done. All right. So my bag is one of my artifacts. It's from my favorite independent bookstore, Schuler's bookstore. The one, the one on Lake Lansing close, and I have to go all the way to Okemos, but I do it because it's worthwhile. All right, so that's artifact 1. One thing that you would probably be able to guess about me, English teacher, I love books. Spend a little too much money on books. Okay, so that's artifact number 1 about things that are pretty obvious about me. This is not my hair. I have a little wig at home, and so I clipped a little curl, but I have naturally wavy, mine's more wavy, naturally wavy burgundy hair. Okay, so you would know that if you looked at me. I'm usually always smiling. If I'm not smiling, careful. But I usually am smiling, okay? This is another artifact. Hello, my name is gregarious. Gregarious means outgoing. Gregarious means friendly. Gregarious means all sorts of good things. So hello, my name is gregarious. So if you know me, you know I'm gregarious. Now, these are not my innards, because that would be weird. But when I Googled hip replacement, this is what came up. So while you are not looking at my specific innards, you're looking at innards that look like mine, right? So I had my left hip replaced about 10 years ago. Her name is Ramona. I decided that I would name her so that she knows she's welcome in my body. And that way, then she'll want to stay. Okay, because sometimes they need to be replaced. So her name is Ramona. You wouldn't know this by just looking at me, but I talk about Ramona a lot. So a lot of people who barely know me know I have a hip, and that her name is Ramona. Yay, we love Ramona. All right, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're good to go. Now, some things that you might not know about me unless I told you or unless you know me really, really well are as follows. I grew up in Germany, right about where that star is. So kind of southwestern Germany. My dad was in the Air Force, and we lived there for 9 years. So we moved there when I was 3, and we moved back when I was 13-ish. And yeah, no, I didn't learn German. I was not a good language learner. All right. Another thing you might not know, unless you knew me really well, that there is the 6-month-old Miss Umpstead, and these are called traction. They put me in traction, and my dad told me that they get me all, figured out, and then they'd leave the room, the nurses would, and I'd come back and I'd flip around and around and around and around and around and around and around, and then had to untangle me each time. So there's a 6-month-old Miss Umpstead in traction because I was born with a dislocated hip. Okay, and they found it out when I was 6 months old. All right, here's another one. I'm a natural Burgundy now, but this is me just 1 year older than you. This is me as a freshman at MSU, at Michigan State University, and that's the best kitty in the whole wide world. But I show you this because look at that. This was before I was a natural Burgundy head. With the prettiest color hair. Bet you didn't know that. All right. Next thing you might not know about me unless I told you is that I love to travel. Oh my goodness, I want to go everywhere. Even there's some places right now that aren't safe to travel. Actually, there's not many places that are accepting American tourists, but I still want to go there. I want to go. When it's safe again, I want to travel. I want to go everywhere on the map. I love to travel. And last thing is that inside of my brain, it's very dark. It resembles more of what we think this guy would think about, right? So, let me give you an example. When I'm driving around a curve with a steep drop-off, my brain pictures my car going off the side and plummeting down. When I'm climbing stairs or climbing up or downstairs, my mind pictures me falling and ending up in a heap at the bottom with both ankles broken. I can't ride on motorcycles because all I do is picture myself crashing and hurting my elbows or my toes. Oh dear. It's just really, really dark in here. And you wouldn't guess that because I'm so happy. So there's my 5th artifact. Inside my brain is more like Edgar Allan Poe than you would expect. All right? So those are my 5 things on the inside that you wouldn't know unless you met me or knew me really well. And the 5 things on the outside that most everyone knows. All right? I can't wait to learn about you. Send me your bio poem and your boo bag on FlipGrid. Love you, bye.